Hello students, welcome back to your social studies class. I hope you all are fine and staying at home safely. Now, in our previous video, we had started with the explanation of chapter number 6, Climate Zones of the Earth. Now today, we will continue with our explanation of the chapter. But before continuing with the explanation of the rest of the chapter, we will just have a recap session what we had already learnt in our previous video related to this chapter. Now the first topic which we had learnt was weather and climate, and I had explained about the difference between weather and climate. Then we had come to the explanation of factors affecting climate. And what are the factors? We had read temperature and latitude, prevailing winds, sea breeze and land breeze. Then we had learnt moisture and altitude. We had also solved the activity sheets which are there in page number 34 and 36 related to this chapter. Now today we will continue with our explanation of this chapter. Today we will read about the climate zones of the earth. Now, as you can see in page number 37, there is a diagram of the climate zones on the earth. Now, just have a look at the diagram. There is torrid zone, which is lying between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Then there is temperate zone. Then there is Arctic zone and frigid zone in the northern hemisphere, and again temperate zone, Antarctic zone and frigid zone in the southern hemisphere. Now we will read about these three zones in detail. The areas with similar climatic conditions are grouped together as a climate zone. Now what is a climate zone? Children, the areas with similar climatic conditions are grouped together as a climate zone. Now the earth has three climatic or heat zones. Each of these is spread symmetrically across the northern and the southern hemisphere. So they are placed or spread symmetrically both in the northern and the southern hemisphere of the earth. Now the first zone which we will read now is the torrid zone. Torrid zone is also known as the equatorial zone. Why is it known so? It extends from the Tropic of Cancer to the Tropic of Capricorn. North torrid zone and South torrid zone are its two divisions lying to the north and south of the equator. That is why it is known so. It is the hottest zone on earth. Why so? Because it receives direct rays of the sun, and throughout the year it receives the direct rays of the sun. This makes the weather hot, humid and rainy throughout the year. It is very much hot, quite humid and rainy throughout the year. Now the Sahara Desert and the Amazon rainforest are located in this belt. Now this is the explanation of the torrid zone. Now the next zone is the temperate zone. Temperate zone extends from the Tropic of Cancer to the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and the Tropic of Capricorn to the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. So this is the extension. These are known as the North Temperate Zone and the South Temperate Zone respectively. Keep this in mind. This belt has a moderate climate, which is neither too hot nor too cold. Now, what is a moderate climate? Which is neither very hot nor very cold. And why is it so? Because it receives the oblique rays of the sun, not the direct rays. That is why. Prairies in North America, pampas in South America, the steppes of Europe and Asia, and wells in Africa are few grasslands that are found in this zone. Keep this in mind, children. This is the explanation of the temperate zone. Now the last zone which we will read now is the frigid zone. Frigid zone extends from the Arctic Circle to the North Pole in the northern hemisphere and from the Antarctic Circle to the South Pole in the southern hemisphere. These zones are extremely cold. Why is it so? It is because these areas receive extremely slanted rays of the sun. These areas receive extremely slanted rays of the sun. That's why it is extremely cold throughout the year. These regions are covered with permanent ice. That is, throughout the year, these regions are covered with permanent ice and experience 6 months of day and 6 months of night in summer and winter respectively. That means it experiences 6 months of day and 6 months of night in summer and winter, both. Okay, this is the explanation of the frigid zone. So these are the 3 climatic zones of the earth which we have read today. Now there is a question, in which zone does India lie? Can you say? Okay students, I will help you out. The northern part of India lies in the temperate zone and the southern part of India lies in the torrid zone. This is the explanation to the question, in which zone does India lie. Now, before concluding our explanation of this chapter, we will read about certain meanings. Temperature, the measured amount of heat in a place or in a body. Humidity, amount of water vapor present in air. And altitude, the height above the sea level. This is the complete explanation of the chapter. I hope you have understood the explanation. In the next class, we will start with the exercises related to this chapter. Until then, goodbye everyone. Stay safe and be happy. Stay at home. Thank you everyone.